Welcome to Leadership Lens, where we hear different perspectives on leadership. I'm Ginger Legon, and today we are talking with Colleen Thompson. She's one of our new field supervisors, and I'm looking forward to hearing your perspective on leadership. Colleen, thank you for being here.
Thank you for having me.
So tell us, how do you step into your leadership?
I step into leadership with a lot of hope, humility, and usually a pretty good team. I'm someone who has a lot of faith in her team. I don't think anyone does anything alone. I like just making the way for people to showcase their skills and their talent and their brilliance. I really like setting up things so that people can do their thing, and I'm always impressed by the people I'm working with. Usually there's something that happens, or whenever I have a time to witness folks in their element, I'm taking notes. I think I enter leadership as a student. I learn from my team all the time. It's my belief that everyone walks in with valuable experiences. So sometimes I like to sit in and just watch them work their magic, and I'm taking notes on how I could apply things in my life or in other aspects of my life. The great thing about being in this position part-time is that I'm in a leadership position, but I'm also forever learning from the team that we have, and it's inspiring watching folks work.
So what are some of the things that you do to kind of inspire you when it gets hard, or we're out, trying to make something happen and we're hitting a snag or we're hitting an obstacle?
Well, first I breathe. But breathing is just really important, and just taking that moment to give kind of a reality check about, things might be going haywire, or we might have hit a wall in one aspect, but there's so many other things, in the greater context of life that are great. Yeah. I also, I exercise my happy muscle a lot.
Ooh,
yeah.
Tell me about
Happiness
that.
to me is a muscle and a practice. So a lot of times we're so, especially in the city, we're so bogged down by need. I need to pay my rent. I need to do, all these things. I need to go to the grocery store. And if you're not used to practicing your happy muscle, you don't necessarily envelop yourself in it enough. You don't necessarily give priority to it, and it becomes weaker. If you don't, and then if you keep exercising your happy muscle, you build an intolerance for being unhappy, and then that gives an internal trigger. If something, I call it complaining. It's like if I start to complain a lot, it's like, oh, I'm not exercising my happy muscle enough.
Nice.
I can get when I'm not satisfied with something, and I'm not less down with tolerating it.
Exercising the happy muscle. So
Yeah.
what does that look like?
Oh goodness, for me, I do a lot of biking, except when it's cold outside.
Yeah.
I do a lot of yoga, stretching. I do a lot of circus. It's so when you practice your happy muscle, you'll be surprised where it takes you, and then you're a better person. And you don't sweat the small stuff as much. It's like, this is so, this challenge is happening, but it's okay. I'm going to take it out on, the streets when I'm biking, or I'm just going to, it's just one piece of life,
I love it. And I like the unpredictability, that openness of like what that thing is going to always change. For someone like me, I've been doing yoga for a long time, and I kind of know that's exercising my happy muscle.
Yeah.
But like, what are those other things that I need to just kind of be open to? Tuning into could be those other things. Well, thank you so much, Colleen, for talking with us, and it just inspiring us to make sure we're in tune with our happiness muscle.
Yeah.
And listen to what it needs and when it needs to be flexed.
Yeah.
So thank
Definitely.
you.